Hey there, friends. Welcome to another PigCast. We're here. We did one yesterday. We're doing one today. I remember when I tried doing one every day for an entire month, and it was AIDS. I thought, hey, this is going to be a fun little thing to maybe boost some views on this channel, and instead it came out being a deterrent. I think it affected my ability to show up on searches more so than anything else. So that became a fun activity. But hey there, welcome to this one. Here, we're on the 2nd of November. It's already the end of the year, and we're still here. But we're never not gonna be queer.
This is the neighborhood, and you are not welcome.
Could you imagine shows that legitimately start like that? We have an action-packed episode as usual. We're gonna go through a myriad of topics, some updates on certain things we've talked about. And, of course, we're going to go through your voicemails. If you want to leave a voicemail, make sure to leave it down in the description section below. Or this bloodshed section, if you happen to be part of, I don't know, northeastern-based gangs. Or is it west? I'm not really sure. I'm too racist. Is it this one? Yeah. I'm too racist to know the difference between Crips and Bloods. It's all the same. I also don't like that there's what sounds like to be a motorcycle or a shitty scooter outside, directly outside the window. I'm always afraid that somebody's going to jack my bike, which I don't have a lock on it. I should. The lock flew out as I was writing it, so I have no lock on it right now. And the only thing that would keep it from being stolen is my ears, hearing somebody steal the bike. I mean, I'm pretty sure I would hear it right across, but we're going to go through some hot ones here, as a matter of fact. I'm feeling better than yesterday. Yesterday, I was hungover, as you could tell by the fact that if you watch yesterday's stream, it's a little bit lethargic. But once we get going, we get going. It's like a snowball here on the PigCast. We're going to be talking about a couple different things here. Mostly Karens, to be honest. Mostly Karens. This is a very Karen-heavy episode for some odd reason. I don't know why I was in a Karen mood, but we have about 3 Karens. We also have Disney adults, which is something that I like to go through every once in a while. Just to remind you never to be one. Never to be one. And it's not just for Disney. It's for anything. A Disney adult is an adult that loves children things a little bit too much. Things that are designed for children. Unfortunately, these companies like Disney and Lucasfilms and Marvel and whatever, they've decided to now cater towards adults rather than children. Whereas in the 80s and 90s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, the whole bit was, oh, we're going to try to get these kids to get their parents to buy shit. Now, no, that's no longer the case. Now the adults are the ones buying shit. Ill. And some also desperation, as you could tell by the title of this particular episode, about some desperation. When desperate measures when desperate means cause for desperate measures. Fucking what a 9/11 we started the show with, my friends. I'm glad you're here. So I guess let's just start off with a voicemail. That should lighten the mood. We have a couple new ones. This is, of course, the one that I've saved from yesterday.
Big fucking tits!
That's always great. Makes me smile. This one is from David. David at unbiasedmagicreviews@hotmail.net. So let's see if this plays out the way I think it's going to.
Hello, it's David from Unbiased Magic Reviews. Welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to say that I think your deck is bigger than mine.
My deck is bigger than your deck. I'm sure. Although, from my understanding, he does have like a routine or some sort of trick out, some sort of any card, any number that he put out, and it was AIDS. It was pretty AIDS. You could see the method right there in the video, and I guess he was doing that to illustrate the fact that, well, it's, you know, something that he's honest and transparent, but it didn't come off of that. It was pretty AIDSy. I'm glad whoever did do that did get the voice right. He does have like a very sort of like his tongue is there like too big for his mouth. That's what it feels like. But that was a pretty, I would say, a 4 out of 10 in terms of a voicemail. I already regret launching the new feature on this channel, the voicemail feature. I already regret it. What do we have? Some comments here. I'm sorry. I don't mean to skip comments. Steve Brooksy over here says, just don't bring a mind power deck to a video interview like Steve Banachek. Of course, referring to Banachek popping up on, I believe, Joe Rogan. which was pretty bad. I gotta say, Banachek is one of my, I would say, favorite mentalist performers. I think he's provided a lot to the art, and he just bombed. I think he bombed because you really can't. You have to, if you're gonna do stuff like Blaine, where you go in there and you regurgitate frogs. That's gonna get a good reaction. But if you're gonna go in there and attempt to do classic mentalism bits, you're pretty much setting yourself up for failure. Nothing can tops last night's voicemail, says Toby Writing. I think you're a little bit biased there. Overusing a car crash is very racist of you. Don't bomb. Don't bomb. Of course, referencing of the likeliness, or the likeliness, I guess, that I share with people from Hamas. You wouldn't hear it if they pushed their bike down the road before they started it. That's true. That's true. Although, how would you start it technically? You would just take the bike and then hotwire it so that your own key works, I imagine, right? I'm not familiar with that, but I know that bike theft is very easy. Rogan called the pocket writing, and Banachek just moved on. That made me cringe. I don't remember that part. I probably repressed that, but that was pretty horrendous if that did happen. We have another voicemail here by Chris P. Hansen. Chris P. Hansen. So you could already kind of determine where this is going. My goodness.
I just have a simple question. How have the shifting alliances and geopolitical interests of various regional and global powers such as the United States, Russia, Iran, and Saudi Arabia influenced the dynamics of the Israeli-Palestine conflict over the past few decades, and what are the potential ramifications for the future of the region in context of Zionism, which played a pivotal role in the establishment of Israel's state, and how does that relate to your experience as an immigrant?
Let me tell you, that actually ended up a lot better than I thought it would. Maybe I assumed that Chris P. Hansen, with a name like Chris Hansen, it would have been some sort of attempt to shame me for maybe texting or being part of a group chat where ASL is asked a lot. So I thought that that's where that was going to be. No, it turns out that it ended up being a sort of a foray into political discourse as to the current socioeconomic state of the planet, especially due in large part to this now new and improved conflict between Palestine and Israel. My goodness, what a fun time we find ourselves in, right? We have a time that's blessed us with people like Dua Lipa. We're alive in a time period where we could look at beautiful shawties like her. But we're also blessed with 9/11 and conflict that is outside of our borders. My goodness, I'd be very selfish if I was president. I'd be extraordinarily selfish if I was president. I don't know if that's a good thing, or if you would, what do you call this? If you would be inclined to vote for me if I ever run, just based on that policy. But just know that I'm going to be doing this to a lot of things that require, oh, hey, this is going on in this country outside of your jurisdiction. This is going to be me. Oh, that's cool. Hey, how about things going on inside, dude? How about we take care of that first? If only there was a like a presidential nominee that maybe had something to do with like being first or something like that, like the country first, or I don't know, something like that. I don't know what. If only. The last time I tried doing this, I timed it like AIDS, and it didn't work out. And I think it's gonna be the same this time. Yeah, definitely the same this time. Jonathan Sabab says, "Big fucking tits." Indeed. Sorry, big fucking tits. There you go. Thank you for that. Strip the Gaza Strip of a country that bans stripping. Say that 5 times fast. PigCake, I sent you the BFT voicemail via Patreon, man. I have it as a phone text message. Received sound now. And no, I didn't do the BFT voicemail. Okay. All right. I will grab that and use that as a sound for the show. I will use that as a show sound, if that makes it any better for you. I guess let's just get right into it and go into specific topics, right? That should be the thing that I'm getting into. We're going to start with an update. So yesterday I showed this very cringy video with these dudes. I'll show it to you again just because I want to make sure that you are your cringe levels are similar to mine. Because right now, my eyes and my mouth are turning into like I just bit into a lemon, puckering out of just douche chills. This is the video I showed you guys yesterday. right? And it's this lad that has set up a camera and has recorded himself outside of a pub. His friend's having a good time, and he's there, obviously trying to pretend like the camera is not there and having a good old chat with the boys and some pints. And we already discussed why this is cringe and why this is awful. Not everything needs to be content. Not everything needs to be recorded for online viewing. But obviously, people have different takes on it. And I think overall, the takes are that. Like, hey, man, this is cringe. This is pretty awful. You don't need to record this. And it's very, very fake, very vapid here. That's the universal take. Of course, that's not going to be the take on behalf of the very select few that try to ring in, I would say, the equivalent of AIDS, political AIDS takes on anything that doesn't require it. And this is one by a Screenshot, which I believe is a England-based social media Gen Z news account covering news stories that matter. And this is just, I think, what has to be the worst take of all of them for this. So much so that I left a comment saying that. So let's go and listen to what this dumb cunt has to say. Oh, God, fuck. You can see already. Gen Z. This is news that Gen Z cares about. The topic here, let's see if I could even read it. It says pub culture video has seemingly divided the internet. With some arguing that these group of boys are romanticizing the working class. So you already know where they're going to fucking go with this. Let's play it.
We can't escape that pub video that has gone viral, and some social media users are claiming that it's the most cringeworthy video of 2023. Many are arguing that this video is just showcasing the gentrification of the working class.
Ooh, hey there. Whoa, Gen Z, but they already got their little grubby fingers on some argumentative techniques that are very, I would say, well past their age. You see what they did here? This is a very common tactic used in news, and you see this all the time. And once you become aware of it, you're unable to unhear it and unsee it. So in this case, let's take a look at what she says here.
And some social media users are claiming that it's the most cringeworthy video.
So she says a claim, which is provable, which is a provable claim, right? In this case, you could look at the comments and say, hey, a lot of people are saying this is cringy, that this is a hard watch. I'm getting douche chills, as I have, which is the universal take. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to attach that to something that may not necessarily be the case, something that is your opinion, but you're going to try to impose it on it by saying other people. In this case, let's see how she reflects it.
Of 2023. Many are arguing, which is another way of just attaching just whatever shit take you're about to have on what is a semblance of truth, which is a lot of people find this video to be very cringeworthy. And they have left comments to say the fact. I'm sure a small minority of that have some issue to do with gentrification of the working. What are you talking about? Ew. My goodness. They pick up a dictionary, they learn a couple words, and they think that now suddenly their made-up academia is, I guess, is the objective truth. But she conflates that. So now she adds that in. So because the truth, the implication is that this is also true. But it's not. It's not. Of 2023. Many are arguing that this video is just showcasing the gentrification of the working class, a portrayal of posh boys romanticizing pub culture. But realistically, the guys in the video just appear to be normal guys who've decided to film a moment of their life. Though it is undeniable that there has been a recent trend of celebrities and the upper class cosplaying as the working class, with the D'Amelio sisters facing controversy for working in a Walmart to promote their new product, trying to appear normal but instead coming across as insensitive. Is this video insensitive, or is the working class aesthetic just being overly romanticized? We can't escape that pub video that has gone viral just being class aesthetic working. Is this video insensitive? Or
insensitive. My goodness. Is this video insensitive? Are you having a fucking laugh? Is this video insensitive? To who? Who would possibly watch that video? If anything, it's insensitive to my eyeballs. It's insensitive to my levels of cringe. But if anybody watches a video like that and gets offended and feels like the people there are being insensitive, they're being insensitive to what's the opposite of cringe? What's the opposite of cringe? Whatever that is, that's what they're being
just ew. God, people always have the way to shoehorn in their shit takes on things that don't require it. I was gonna play a drinking game there. I didn't watch the rest of the video. I did watch the first part, and I was willing to bet that somehow we'll return into some conversation about race. Usually, you could find this. They use certain words like spark. Oh, this news publication sparks a conversation. You already know that what you're going to have that goes after sparks is going to be AIDS. It's going to be AIDS. If you get that reference, we could be friends. Let's see here. PigCake 2024. I think that's too much work for me to be president. And nobody would vote for me because I'd end up being totalitarian. For example, I wouldn't allow old people to drive. As I've mentioned before, I'm not a fan of old people. There's a couple that are people here that consider themselves to be old. There might be exceptions depending on what level of praise you're willing to give me. But no, my civilization would have no old people. Corn Pop says, what kind of bike do you have? Is it a little 250 Honda Rebel? I bet it's a Honda Rebel. Well, I wanted to get a Honda Rebel. My dream bike is... I think a 750 Honda Rebel. I know. Not a Harley, not a Indian, but a 750 Honda Rebel is the bike that I dream of. But what I have is a V-Star 750. I had a 250 Hyosung Aquila, which was great, but it got ran over by a car, and I upgraded to a 750 V-Star, Yamaha V-Star 650, which has given me nothing but problems. Nothing but just miscellaneous carburetor issues, electrical things that I'm always trying to figure out. Luckily, I think I've solved the last electrical issue, but now my carb is leaking. There's always so I need to go in there at some point. I know what I have to do. I have to either take it to the shop or I have to make sure that all the seals are good, because last time I didn't seal it as good as I should have. But I just don't feel like it. So I don't feel like it. These voicemails are cancer, says Steve Brooksy. I agree. We're on the same page here. They're not content if they're not content. Look at that. What a strong use of the English language. I propose based as the opposite of cringe. There you go. Based. I would argue. I use based all the time on Twitter, and some people have an argument with that, where they go, "Oh, what's the based? Oh, what's based about this?" And then you get into a whole kerfluffle. Toby Writing says, when you are in the UK, next in the UK, you should visit the Blue Post pub in London. Set up a camera and do that video yourself. I'd click on that. Just there like, oh, whoa, that was a really funny one. Well, funny enough, that ties into the next topic that I'm going to talk about, which is these fucking reaction videos. I know that I've mentioned this before, but these reaction videos have gone too far. This is I like to watch cop pulling over people. I guess it's funny just to see how people react, right? And this is one of those. This is a cop getting pulled over, and you could see the video here. As a matter of fact, I'll play maybe 10 seconds of it.
How do I answer questions?
Can I get your license, registration, insurance, please?
What have I been pulled over for?
Speeding, sir.
What speed was I going?
You're going 48.
48?
48, man.
Now, I know, right? There's a lot of contention against police. You gotta, anything you say can and will be used against you. That's the thing. So the best thing to do is just say what you have to, and then that's it. But also don't be a prick. This guy's being obviously a little bit too much of a prick. Somebody that, oh, I get it. You watched 3 videos on getting pulled over and law. So you're being a little bit of an asshole. In my experience, at least being nice to the cops has gotten me out of situations that would have otherwise gotten me tickets. So being nice, being cordial, making sure that they're not under any sort of illusion that you're going to run off, especially I'm on a bike. So they expect people to fucking take off. So I'm there, take off the keys. Hey, we're all good. And then they're fairly lenient. Now, obviously, you don't want to say everything. You don't want to implicate yourself on something, but this guy's just being too much of a prick.
What's up, boss? How you doing?
How do I answer
Now-
questions?
Can I get your license, registration, insurance, please?
What have I been pulled over for?
Speeding, sir.
What speed was I going?
You're going 48.
48?
48, man.
Oh, that's something.
So there's...
48, sir. Can I get your license, registration, insurance, please?
I'll put it right here on the window.
He doesn't even give him his license. He puts it on the fucking window and has the cop write down his information. Now, granted, there is some things to be upset about in this video. However, the thing that's got me the most upset, my friends, this is like a magic trick twist. You ready for this? It's been staring at you the whole time. right here. What is the purpose of this? He's not providing anything. There's no commentary. There's no necessity for the addition of this fucker right here. Just there. Just living there. There's no need for that. So what are you doing there? And he's there in the entirety of the video, just kind of watching it. Oh, look, he's looking at himself. Clearly, he's. I feel like this is where the direction of the thing is. He's looking around. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, now he made himself bigger? Look at that. Great. Yeah, really adding to the video, dude. You really killed it there by moving the fucking yourself from one side to the other side. Killed it. Really made it transformative. What's the purpose of that? Is this real content? Now, obviously, it took me a while because I was so distracted by the prick that got pulled over here, saying, "I don't answer questions." You've done nothing but answer questions, you fucking idiot. Let's see how this ends, by the way.
Gave out all the information I need to give. I'm not giving out my phone number.
I'm not giving out my phone number.
Any reason why you're so upset, man?
I'm not upset. When you pull someone over, you probably should do it for a good reason, not really something that you're lying about.
You think he was lying?
Oh, I record everything.
I record everything. All right.
Recorded. I'll gladly
All right.
for it. It'd be interesting.
What's up, boss? How you doing?
There's no conclusion here. Even worse. Fuck. God, what a waste. Ugh. The state of content in 2023 just gets me upset. And that got me more upset than Karen in the video. It got me more upset than Karen in the video because what are you doing there? You're just like... And people watch that. And that adds to it. I've seen ones with 2 people stacked on it. So now you have 2 people just watching a video. Just there looking. What? Where are we living, my friends? What are we doing in society? Is this really a thing? Fuck. Let's go through here and see what the PigCake community has to say. Again, I don't want to skip the chat. Last time I blew a seal, I got banned from the zoo, says Corn Pop. I'm not familiar with the Pinasia on seals. Here we have PigCake. If you can't afford a flight to London, you could go in my carry-on luggage. That's great. I remember seeing a video from Ryanair recently where he discussed the possibility of having standing seats. That's kind of funny. But having a standing ticket in an airplane. So if it's like a 45-minute thing, you just stand there. And he was touting on how safe it is. And I'm sure it would probably sell out. But carry-on luggage would probably be the next level of that. Like, oh, we have a really good, affordable package for a lot of people here. And that is, you're just going to go in the luggage. So I also heard some stuff about luggage. Some with pets and shit. Because I was wondering, how is it do you take a pet? And they put them in that, and it's fucking cold. So you just leave the pet in this weird thing. Somebody told me that the percentage of death for pets that you take on an airplane is very high. What the fuck? Am I the only one here? Back to blue. It's the best position. I don't answer questions. And again, done nothing but answer questions. Magic buzz with a nose emoji. Why are there 7 people here who have not hit the like button? Says Steve Brooksy. I agree. I didn't say it. I'm not farming for likes. The guy's reaction of content sucks, but at least he didn't have to refresh his video drivers. That's true. I haven't had to do that yet. Luckily, by the way, it's Shift, Control, Windows key, and B. If you ever need to do that. I don't know why my second monitor or my primary monitor freezes when I have a display on it. It has to be some sort of display driver thing that I haven't managed to crack down. The question we're asking right now, PigCake, when will you post a PigCake react just like that video? I have already. If you go to my Instagram, you'll see that I've posted a video of that. I'm not going to look it up because it's just fucking golden ratio of virginity and retardation. But you could see that I posted exactly that. A video of me just doing that, watching some guy do a card trick where he's there showing how to do shit. The other one that also gets me irrationally upset is this TikTok magician guy that he's always doing the reveals. I forgot what his name is. If I go through my feed for more than a minute, I'm sure I'm going to come across him. Let's see if I could find him real quick. I know this isn't going to be the best content, but I'm gonna see if just scrolling through my TikTok, I could actually find this individual. It's so annoying because the guy has the same song. This is the rhythm of the night. Oh yeah, and then he's showing with his girlfriend, who's pretty hot, how to do tricks, and it's the lamest, like, sort of gayest thing I've ever seen. Let me go through it. I'm actually surprised that it hasn't popped up by now. That's a phenomenal ass. My goodness. I realize I've only liked. That's another great ass. Jesus. Okay. No, I'm only gonna get distracted by butt if I keep scrolling. But I saw that and I just fuck. That's another one that it just makes me want to punch the nearest puppy. But I'm sure if you see enough magic tricks on TikTok, you've probably ran into it. Do you ever see a video and intentionally not click on it because you know it'll make you angry? Yeah, that happens almost every day. I just see a video and I'm like, nope, I already know. If it's blue hair, if there's more than 2 piercings on your nose, if you have this one, I already fucking know. I already know that whatever take is going to be probably the worst take you're about to hear. Pulled over for 48 is a lot better than getting detained for using fake money, at least based on the outcomes. Yeah. I think I agree with that. That's a factual statement. Hungry and hungover. That's very Norm Macdonald of you to say that. Some of the reactions are so generic that I don't think they're watching the video. Kyle B. No, it's not Kyle B. I'm a fan of Kyle B. He's so eccentrically gay that I just can't happen to not be infatuated by his style of video. People don't like him in general, but I love his content. I'm talking about another guy. He's like he's just like this weird European looking guy. He has a very attractive girlfriend now that helps him do the tricks. So he'll make it vanish and then she'll show it. And then it's like, okay, great. And then they cut on to another one and they play the same videos over and over again, which I know is just at that point it's a content farm. This is another one that I guess got my gears ground. Another Karen. Another fucking Karen. This is from Australia, I believe. It's news. Adelaide.
Disney Bunny.
All right, sorry. My bad. Apparently, the mouse scroll here goes to the videos. But you know what it should do? It should go to my new book, The Art of the Squeal. Didn't think I'd go through a live stream without shilling The Art of the Squeal or The View from Down Here. Available now in the link in the description section below. Check them out. Why not? They're full of fun routines, moves, tutorials. This one, as a matter of fact, has my favorite trick of all time called No. So that's actually, believe it or not, my favorite trick. So you should check that out. But you should also look at this one. Of this Tarmac Karen. I believe she missed her flight. Let me lower this because it is bordering on ear rape. What? I don't understand. So she walks onto the tarmac expecting what? To get back into flight? Are you retarded? She's kind of hot from that far though, to be honest. But the thing that I guess astonishes me of this is, what did she expect? What does she expect? In their head, again, yesterday somebody quoted George Carlin, like, imagine the dumbest guy you know, and imagine that half the population is stupider than that, I guess. I butchered it, but that's pretty much what the quote is. What was she expecting in her stupid, insignificant head? Was she expecting for her to get on the tarmac and for them to go, hey, yeah, sure, come, go ahead. Yeah, no, hey, what seat were you? 14H? All right, perfect. Come right here. What would you like to drink? What was she expecting? She doesn't even have her luggage on her, so I imagine that's probably on the plane. But if she showed up that late, maybe going through security, it is Australia, and Lord knows they have a lot of, I would say, unnecessary security measures. But what is happening here? Could somebody explain to me what the logic is? Somebody stick your finger in a power socket and just shock yourself into retardation and explain to me what this woman thought that they would end up doing for her. What was I get astonished. Now, granted, I know I'm a little bit retarded, right? I willingly admit that. But I, think of myself a little bit more intelligent than the average bear, if that's the average bear. So I can't put myself in a position where I shock myself retarded to come up with her logic. I don't know. It's impossible. So before I start bragging too much about my intellectual prowess, let me go here and check out another voicemail. I believe we have a couple more. Obviously, the link is in the description section below, or there's bloodshed, as I already made that joke. Let me just give myself a car crash for making that same joke, I think like 6 times at this point. This one's from Dad. This one's from Dad. So let's see what this has to say.
Hey, Piggy, this is your father calling. I just wanted to let you know I'm disappointed in your life choices. I raised you for
There's like a helicopter in the background, by the way. I just had to stop and point that out.
4 whole years, and this is how you repay me. Look at yourself. Magic tutorials, tattoos, morbidly obese women. You tell me, it's more a cushion for the pushing. I say, you're going to need to buy a forklift. Anyway, love you. Bye.
Okay, speaking of Kyle B, he had a very Kyle B ending there. I didn't know my father was gay. That'd be weird, considering he's a very devout Muslim. But yeah, he would definitely be disappointed in my career choice because I believe he's a doctor. So he's a doctor. In Egypt, that's not really saying much. That's the equivalent of being, I don't know, like a shop. Like you have a shop that sells discount American flags in Cairo. But yeah, he would fairly be disappointed. That is funny, though. I did like the bit there where he raised me for 4 whole years. No, I don't think so. I call my dad by his first name in the times that we've interacted, which is, I guess, indicative of how much meaning he has in my life. But thank you, Dad, for that. Let's see here. What got me about that airplane video is how the hell did she even get on a tarmac? Well, it is Australia, so I am going to contradict myself and say that she probably just stepped out the door. That or she wasn't wearing a mask, and they told her to get out, and she just exited the door, and they led her to that. That's probably what I think. 4 years, says Magic Buzz. Yeah, that's debatable. What would you do if your son was gay? Well, I would treat him the same, Nicholas Jordan, because this is
the neighborhood, and you are not welcome.
Yeah, this is the neighborhood. So if my son grew up to be a gay, I would love him the same. And wonder. But I would treat him just the same. I would love my son if, he loves getting involved in sweat warehouse parties and kink. I would love my son the same, but I would have to answer some questions. But that was pretty AIDS. Here's another one that I guess ties in. Did I get all the Karens one already? I think we went through all the Karens. We got that Karen. We got that Karen. We got that Karen. Yeah, so I think we've exhausted the Karens. We've talked about a couple Karens. This one is the Disney Adult Guide. Now, this is a video-heavy episode. I do apologize for that, but I mean, that's the style of content that we're subjected to. And you're getting content. I'm not just sitting there with my face in a corner just watching it. So this one is the Disney Adult.
I know a lot about you, like why you're watching this ad. And it's specifically because you've looked up magic tricks. Well, hey there, my name's PigCake, and I've been doing magic trick tutorials on YouTube for the better part of 6 years. And I'm here to tell you about the PigCake Magic Academy with over 1,200 videos already uploaded, designed to make you an expert magician. You get access to all the content the moment you sign up, and I'm uploading every single week. As a matter of fact, I uploaded a video today. Just look at that list of moves, tricks, ideas that you're gonna get access to the moment you sign up. It doesn't end. As a matter of fact, I could stop talking completely, and the list is still gonna keep going. Just look. So check it out, the PigCake Magic Academy. The link is going to be below. I go with you, but I'm stuck in this video. But I'll wait for you to go ahead and click it. Go ahead, you know you want to.
Great, right? Look at that. Production value y todo. You wouldn't expect that from a channel like mine. I'm sorry that I lied to you, and I told you that I was going to transition to this Disney Adult. But alas, I had to. I had to do it to him. But this is that. So this is from an account called Fat. But you already know that it's going to be a great one when it's based on being rotund. Fat travel. Fat tested travel. My fucking goodness. So this is an individual that goes around because he's rotund and lets you know about rides in Disney. This is a very common type of channel, by the way, or TikTok account.
Disney bucket
You
list.
see these quite often where people go and they test various apparatus in Disney parks and other theme parks and let other people know that are plus sized, or in other words, dying, that you could go on the ride. You could go on the ride and you see them kind of squirm through on certain rides. And if you're squirming to get on a chair that's designed to essentially be universal, maybe it's not the chair. Maybe it's not the chair. And they always blame the chair. You have the ones that are a little bit more aggressive. You have the ones that are less aggressive. This one seems to be a little bit passive. But here's the thing. Before we get into this, right? Disney. I go to Disney, I don't know, once every 3 years. Once every a while, right? I have gone to islands recently for horror nights, but Disney is a different animal because it doesn't change that often. You just go, whatever. Oh, okay, we're going to Disney. All right, whatever. I'll go with you guys. Fuck. There are people that go every weekend and they do the same things. To them, it's if they don't do it, then if they're not consuming, then they're not happy. Now, yeah, you are whatever. You do whatever that makes you happy, even if that's killing cute, adorable puppies, because that's what people like to say. Do what makes you happy. And what if it's stabbing a puppy's eye with a big pen, huh? Didn't think about that, did you? But in Disney, you could go and you could get a haircut, right? It's a little known fact that you could actually go there and get a haircut. Now, who is this designed for? This is designed for children. For little kids, right? You go, you get a Disney haircut, they give you a little badge, they sprinkle some fun stuff on you, some little glitter, and then you go, oh my God, as a child, right? If you're a parent, you go, oh my God, I got a Disney haircut. I'm going to give you a haircut at Disney. And then it becomes like a fun little thing. You could turn it into a tradition with your children.
Let's get rid of this mob. If you did not know, there is a working barbershop on Main Street, USA, right next to the fire station. This is Harmony Barbershop. It says established 1886. I don't think it's that old. The hair is leaving. This is Brenda. The haircuts are $21 for adults, which is an amazing deal. That is cheaper than my normal haircut off of Disney property. So I highly recommend this.
Off Disney property. He had to remind you that sometimes he lives outside of Disney property, which is really funny. Also, $21 for a haircut at Disney. There's a good reason for that because you're getting a $21 haircut. Now, granted, back in the day, $20 would be good with tip. You'd go to the barber, they'd get you, they'd clean you up nice. I used to go to Supercuts back in the day until I discovered the barber. I went to Supercuts for an embarrassing amount of time. I believe into my 20s, I went to Supercuts. Ill. And then I discovered a barber. And then now I just cut my own shit. I just cut it myself. So, in this case, $21 for... You're going to see now that the $21 price is because it's a very small amount of adults that go there to cut their hair. But I'm surprised he fits in a chair. Honestly, I'm surprised that this man actually fits in the chair. I was looking at the video to see if they maybe put him in a separate chair or if there's like a separate thing. But no, he's in a chair, which is very surprising to me.
And you can get a $28 first birthday haircut. And that's a whole experience. What do they include for the experience, Brenda?
You get a certificate, you get a locket of your hair, and you get my first haircut years.
And those are actually engraved, right? Or embroidered?
They're embroidered, yeah. Okay, on the count of 3, close your eyes and make a big wish, okay? 1, 2, 3. Bring all your wishes come true. There you go.
Am I bad? Am I wrong? Am I the bad guy for finding hate in another man, a rotund man's joy? Like, I was holding back from stepping on here and elbow dropping this table again, even though that would probably end up in the breaking of these 2 IKEA chairs that I'm using to prop up this table and the table itself, which I'm using for the show. Buy my new book, by the way. Buy my new book. That's maybe I should get another table because this is becoming a little bit of a pain in the butt and it looks ghetto. But alas, am I the bad guy here, my friends? Am I in the wrong? Let's go back and finish the video. Now you see, this is meant for kids. This is designed for kids, right? He just said it. What's part of the experience? And he bought the fucking package with the experience.
On the count of three, close your eyes and make a big wish, okay? 1, 2, 3. Bring all your wishes come true. There you go.
The best thing to do is like leave it on there and then
Look at the barbershop. This is Mark.
everybody.
Little kids getting their hair cut.
You're welcome. Thank you for stopping in.
No way. Hold up. Let's see something here. Okay. Am I incorrect in saying that the chair that this child is getting his hair cut, this one right over here, is that like a normal sized chair? And then this one that he passes over is also a normal sized chair. And this one is a double wide. Let's see. Is that a double wide? Do you think that's a chair they've made for fats? Am I just seeing too much into this? Let's see the outro.
You're very welcome. Thank you for stopping in.
Getting your haircut should not be that fun. That was so. They said about 10% of their haircuts are adults, and about 75% are kids. Are that first haircut, and they also do some beard trimmings, but that's rare. Honestly,
I wonder why they're rare. He said 10% of adults get their hair cut there. 10%. I don't believe that.
for that price, I think I'm just gonna start getting my haircut at Disney every time. Oh, and I got a sticker and a button that says "My First Hurricane."
Let's see what you guys have to say here. All right. Let's go through. I'm trying to get to the top here. Gays have a higher chance of reproduction than magicians. Accurate. And Steve Brooks, you've earned a pin of glory. The pin of glory for such a based comment that is factually true, which is gays have a higher chance of reproduction, more so than a magician. I can't imagine an untruer statement has ever been, I was going to say verbalized. Toby writing, ha 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 ha, Nicholas Jordan is my boyfriend, says Danielle Link. I don't believe that. I don't believe that, Danielle. If you are, then leave a voicemail. I don't believe that females watch this. There have been like a couple, and I'm wondering what's wrong. Like, are you okay? Well, you also said Nicholas Jordan is your boyfriend, which makes me know that you're aware of him being a magician. So let me know. Leave me a voicemail and let me know what's wrong with either you or him or the combination of you both, because I'd be very interested. As I mentioned before, went to a party for Halloween, and I brought up, hey, I do magic tricks, right? Because somebody asked, oh, what do you do? And I go, I do magic tricks online for virgins. And they go, oh my God, that's so funny. Do you have cards? And I go, no. And I talk about how magicians are the worst. And that was at least funny. They got that. But there is some sort of vested interest in seeing tricks. Transition to a Disney adult, says Lowell. Disney adults are arguably the worst. Nicholas Jordan says, Danielle Link is my girlfriend. Again, I just questioned that. Maybe Disney should open gyms on Main Street, right? Wouldn't that be great? I'm sure that every one of these accounts would just absolutely lose their fucking minds if there's a gym, because then what does that imply? Oh, do you imply that health at every weight does not exist and that I'm not healthy despite my BMI being extreme? It's not even a number. It's just extreme. And my diabetic, this thing, right? You're constantly doing this to monitor your fucking, your glucose because of your morbidity. I bet he wished for no one to check his hard drive, says Toby Writing. Nice. Nice one, Toby. It's just an odd thing. It's an odd thing. Just seeing that guy go for the package. And the worst part is that they, in the beginning, oh, how much did you pay? Or how much is the haircut? It's $21 for an adult. And then $28 for the special package of glitter, a little certificate, and a little thing that says, I just got my first haircut. Danielle says a grown man getting glitter sparked on it is disturbing. Yes, so Danielle is based. Good job, Nicholas, if that is in fact your girl. Let's see here. I hate fat people that are okay with being fat. Iker says Disney pigs. Disney pigs. That's true. I would say they are definitely all sharing us a quality that is very pig adjacent. Let's go through this one. Theoretically, Disney gyms with Gaston could actually work. Yeah, that's true. You do have Gaston there. Other people that I guess are fit. And they make Gaston the bad guy, which is weird. Why? Why? That's odd. Any adult getting paper sprinkled on them, it's not well. Even women, you are not okay. Yeah, right? That is, you're just there like, oh my God, I'm enjoying the Disney experience. I remember I paid a long time ago and I was still a teacher. I wanted to treat myself to a haircut, which is the lamest thing in the planet. But I went to this place called Razzle Dazzle, where it's really hot girls working as the greeters, right? They're extraordinarily hot and they're dressed in burlesque outfits. And you get a haircut and they're rubbing your back. They give you a shot of whiskey. This is before I drank, so I said, no, thank you. I don't drink. Ugh. God. And one of them's rubbing your back. And of course, the one that cuts your hair is your grandma. Your grandma. So imagine your grandmother wearing a corset with some wall trimmers. And she only knows one haircut, which is I'm going to get a 2 on the sides and then scissor on top. That's the only haircut they know. They're not going to give you a fade. They're only going to give you a straight, just a step. You're going to get a step. Is that what you wanted? A step? And it was $75 for the whole experience. And even that felt like I paid way too much for what was a back rub, what was a shitty haircut, and my hands rubbed. They also rubbed my hands. So I felt awkward, and it wasn't sexy. It wasn't sexy like I thought it would be. So that was that experience. But even that's lame, I would say. Any experience while you're getting a haircut, I think it's lame. So this one is, if we're looking at it on a spectrum, which we know why it's on a spectrum. Disney male haircut, Disney adult male haircut or female is the far end of the spectrum. And then any like trendy sort of novelty haircut is close, but still a far distance away, but still bad on the spectrum, right? Where over here is just standard salon barbershop. So you could see the spectrum there. Let's see here. This is a big one. Steve says, I might receive the first pin of shame. What should we call it? The pin of comedy? Back in 2021. It was a magical moment for sure. I don't think I was giving pins at that point. So you probably got it from someone else, unless you were maybe on heroin. I give myself haircuts, says Unbiased Magic Reviews. I could tell. I could definitely tell. Although I say I cut my own hair, but really I just, and I don't really do it anymore, but I would fade up the side and I would look like an asshole. I would fade up this side and then come down and then do my beard. So it's not really hair. I haven't gotten the balls to go around my ears yet, but I might just for shits and giggles at some point. Copperfield going to make the moon vanish with his illusion crew helper and Andre Cole 7 methods February 2023, February 2024. This is Bill Green. Yeah, I made a whole video saying on how he's going to do it. You should watch that video. It's very enlightening. This is another voicemail by Andrew, and I've loved Andrew's voicemail so far. They make me very, very happy, and by happy I mean we'll see.
I love that. Now suck on that nose. Now suck on that nose. That. Now suck on that nose. That. Now suck on that nose. Nose. I love that. Now suck on that nose.
Okay, so that's me. I recognize myself. Talking about what I would do to a Jewish woman and her nose, which is I would suck on her nose. And hearing that, is that really how I sound? I really hope not.
I love that. Now suck on that nose. Now suck on that nose.
You pitch that higher. I refuse to believe that that's my default voice.
that. I'll suck on that nose. That. I'll suck on that nose. Nose. I love that. I'll suck on that nose.
So yeah, that's me talking about what I would love to do to a Jewish woman, because I love Jewish women. I gotta tell you, there's something about their voices, there's something about them that just oh boy, I'm getting hard right now thinking of that. I just bought the Academy the other day, and it's awesome. Great work, man, says Louis Pauly. Louis, thank you. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm always trying to answer back as best I can. But I'm shit when it comes to responding, because I hate having the phone on me. If I'm with you, I put my phone down. I like to engage. I'm not a phone-heavy guy. Every time I've gone out with friends, and they're these people, and then I'm like, we hang out once a week. You could put your phone down for 2 hours, buddy. I'm glad I'm hanging out with you on your phone. Ill. Same thing with other girls. Like, what are you looking at right now? I ask them, what are you looking at? You're looking at, let's see what you're looking at. It's always some dumb shit. Oh, look, it's Instagram, Charlie D'Amelio. Whoa, hey, look, it's this makeup guy. Oh, he's so funny. He's so funny. And it just makes you want to fucking just... This one right here is probably the saddest thing I've ever seen. Clubs are just rife with just barrels of cringe. And this one is one that caught my attention on Twitter, or on X, as they call it, Xvideo, at xvideos.com. I hope I'm never this level of drunk. I've been blackout drunk, and I've never blacked out, nor do I forget where I've been. Let's get back here. If you get blackout drunk and you don't remember whole instances of your night, I get little things here or there, like, oh, I said that? Okay, that's cool. I don't remember that. I get that. But, dude, I don't remember anything last night. You're a liar. You're using alcohol as a shield to hide your shitty behavior. That's not the way things work, okay? So, I don't believe you. I don't believe you that you could possibly get to the point where you drink and you're like, I don't remember anything that I did. Because I've gotten just my head... I can't, I'm there like fighting demons to fall asleep. One more drink and I'm sure I would have been in the ER. I've been there before. And no, I remembered everything. I remembered the struggle that I had. I remembered what I was thinking. I remembered what people around me were saying. I remembered everything. So for you to say, oh my God, no, I touched him. I didn't mean to. Oh. I don't believe that. So this is a gentleman that's inebriated and attempting to hit on a girl. Oh! Shit! So we see the move here, right? He's trying to establish eye contact with this one. First of all, I believe he has a nose ring. No, man. I'm sorry. No. You can't do that with a nose ring, buddy. You can't do that. You got VIP, so I guess you paid extra for some sort of shit. I don't know. Does she have VIP? I can't tell. She has something around it. But he's making eye contact. Obviously, he's trying to engage some sort of connection with this shawty. Let's look at the shawty. Meh. I've seen worse. I've seen better. Right? But here, he's trying to engage with the shawty. And she's obviously not reciprocating. So he goes, all right, fuck it. I'm going to go to the next one. And the next one that he sees is, a mask on the back of a woman. A woman who's being told right now, like, hey, watch this guy behind you. And maybe the flash of the phone set her off. But this guy's attempting to just straight up French the mask. What did he think was going to happen? Oh, God, there's layers to this. She's actually more attractive than the other one. She's way more attractive than the other one. And now he has this awkward stare down. And of course, they end the video too soon because nobody knows cinematography in 2023. Don't stop recording. Don't stop recording no matter what. Here's my my Casey Neistat masterclass in filmmaking. Never stop recording, right? Even if it causes you to have a divorce, don't stop recording. Because you're going to miss the crucial parts, which are before and after a situation takes place. That's what you want. That's where all the bulk of all the questions you get on TikTok are usually, what happened? What happened after though? What happened? You would have known if you kept recording. But instead you're there and you do this and you go, all right, it's over. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. I want to know what's after the cum shot. And in this case, she just ends it immediately after that. Even if there's nothing, keep recording. And this is just the oh god, the douche chills that are just percolating inside of my body from watching that. And you see that often if you go out enough. You see people there. They're just attempting to court women that are not wanting to be courted. And that's really the magician. That's what a magician is to me. It's somebody there that's trying to court somebody that does not want to be courted. Let's look at the comments here, see if I've skipped anything. Of course, I don't want to skip anything. Hungry and Hungover says, lol. Yes, you sound like that. I can make a substantial living trimming pubes. No, Pigsy, it was you. I'll never forget it, says Heat Shield. Then maybe it should have been this year if you got a pin of shame, because that's when I introduced it. Unless I said, hey, let's just pin this guy and I'll laugh at him. And I guess I don't remember that. Look at me talking about memory and then forgetting that immediately, thus being a hypocrite. I hate this fucking chat that I have to pop up. Now I have to refresh this. What good content I'm providing for you guys here. Having to restart my chat, having to look at it here because of course, I pop it up like a retard. So let's go back to here. Hungry and Hungover says, blackouts are real. My first semester in college, I almost got kicked from dorm. I imagine you say from my dorm because I came back late and tried to open the elevator with my hands. I didn't remember a thing, says Hungry and Hungover. Maybe I could handle my liquor better. Maybe. I don't know. Nicholas Jordan says, I got super drunk. My freshman year, the day before my freshman year, Rod College, and I don't remember the back half of the night. My dad was a bartender, and he had only seen a handful of people's ever drunk ever. My fucking goodness. So maybe I'm just the Superman when it comes to drinking, that I could hold my own, and even though I've drank a copious amount of liquor, I could handle it. So that's odd, I gotta say. I don't know if, am I wrong? I'm not wrong. I'm PigCake. I'm never wrong. Not R. Kelly says, you said Deutsch chills, and the king of Deutsch is in the background. Donald Trump. Okay, so you're referring to my, I forgot what the title of that video is, but I think it's called High Energy, Donald Trump Vaporwave. So I found like a 90s, 80s Vaporwave video with Trump on it called High Energy. And I thought, what a fucking great backdrop. My other one was Japanese Vaporwave commercials, which is dope. I was thinking, by the way, of getting, you know how people get like Japanese characters and they don't mean what they fucking, so it'll be like chicken noodle soup. I'm thinking of getting one that actually says a Japanese tattoo on it. That's the next tattoo maybe. But I think that would be a little bit too much because it contradicts the theme here. And the theme is writing. And if I put that, then it's going to seem too much like an image. So I don't like that. So I'm debating that one, although I like the idea. Unbiased says, I don't use alcohol to hide my bad behavior. No, we all know that. Unbiased. We all know that. We definitely know that you definitely don't use alcohol to hide your behavior because you show it to everyone, your bad behavior. You and your infinite, I guess, retarded takes on things. Coming from a doctor, my goodness. Although here's the thing, doctors are autistic. Most doctors that I've seen have some level of autism. That's how they're doctors. My mom worked at a doctor forever. My mom worked at a hospital forever, so we would have interactions with doctors pretty much on a daily basis. And boy, were they just awful people. They were just not fun. There were a couple that were great, but boy, they were just terrible to talk to outside of anything. You couldn't interact with them. They seemed autistic, to be honest. Steve Brooksy said that's a terrible tat. I get it. The next one that I want to get for sure is on the back of the arm that says stop looking at my tattoo. Right? So that one still ties into the theme of tattoos. But that one is a funny one. So that's going to be probably the next one. Of course, Magic Buzz dropped a hot $13.99, which again, I feel has some sort of meaning. And you say RFK 2024. You know, I'm a fan of RFK. He's a based. But I don't know what he's doing running as an independent. I think that's a little bit weird on his end. And he has had some contradictory things that he said in opposition of his sort of platform. But I got to say, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of his Tulsi Gabbard, right? So you see the moderate Dems. I'm a fan of, I would say, legitimate Dems, like Tulsi Gabbard. RFK is a little bit on the fringe, I would say, but I'm a fan of his. And we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. As to who else I'm a fan of. We'll leave it at that. Come on, man. Okay. Hungry and hunting over. I honestly think Biden's going to win again. The deep state will use him as a puppet as long as he doesn't pull a Mitch McConnell completely stroke out during questions.
5 or 6 stores or just one.
RFK 2024.
Okay, there you go. I don't know why I thought that was going to be longer. And then Steve Brooks, he says, I won't take voting advice from somebody with that level of fiscal responsibility. I think you mean fiscal irresponsibility. I think that's what you mean. Jonathan says, in my country, they recognize the personality problem with doctors. So now we also have personality tests as part of tests medical applicants take. Yeah. I feel like that needs to be a necessary component because it is a social thing. You are telling people. And the last thing you want is to just be like, you have cancer. You have super cancer. You have AIDS cancer. Like, oh shit, thank you for that. Which is how most doctors are. They just tell you, hey, sit down. All right. You have a tumor. And it's what we like to call in the business inoperable. Can you say inoperable? Yeah. You know what that means? Okay. That means you can't operate on it. So your options are, well, none. So thank you. Let's see here. Tulsi Gabbard, world living wage. I don't know what you mean by that. World living wage. I guess she is more... She does have some things. We'd have beautiful arguments, me and Tulsi Gabbard. Nicholas Jordan says DeSantis. DeSantis has been going through the runner right now with his shoes. I got to tell you. I was a fan. I don't know if I'm a fan anymore. I don't know. Certain things, certain statements made against people. Not really a huge fan. I thought he had a good platform on certain things, but gotta tell you, not really a huge fan of our boy Ronnie anymore. Tulsi should drop the politics and start an OnlyFans already. No. And I'll tell you why. She's a beautiful, respectful woman. All right? We don't need her to lower herself down and show her body to the world. As much as I would be the first one to probably sign up for the OnlyFans. I'm treating it like Sharia. I don't want to see it. Because if I see it, it's going to disgust me. Because it's available to everyone. I want to earn it through love and marriage. That's what I want to do. I want to court her and take her to beautiful restaurants and treat her to candlelight picnics. That's what I want. That's what she deserves. She doesn't deserve to be an object of lust for men. She's a beautiful, intelligent, and I would say just a woman that, boy, man, we would have beautiful, beautiful arguments and children. Steve Brooks, he says, Vivek Rami, me, many swami. Yeah, I don't know if, I guess he's been pretty good when it comes to a lot of talking. And he's got little bullet points, little things that have been positive for a lot of people. And he's kind of won the affection of people that would otherwise not like a guy that has a name like Vivek Swaramers. Politics is a fashion show, essentially what it is. So things, looks, appearance, a name like that would probably be enough for people to just go, no, not gonna do that. Because keep in mind, look who runs the country. Bored housewives is what runs the country on both sides. So they'll look at a name like that and be like, nope, I don't like that. Or they might look at a name and be like, yeah, you know what? I'll throw them a bone. I'll throw their kind of bone. What, Americans? Isn't DeSantis the governor of Florida? Yeah, he's the governor up here in Florida. Sorry, don't roast me. And then Argument says, Lo, Vivek just interviewed Alex Jones, which is nuts. That's crazy. Alex Jones has been getting a lot of mainstream attention. He owes like $1 billion to people for, I would say, his most retarded line of news, which is the whole thing on Sandy Hook. Certain ways to phrase that. Although, that's a weird precedent to set. Because if he got sued by the families for those stories, is that not a precedent set on news? That you could sue the maker of news? Correct me if I'm wrong, right? Again, I'm just pulling it out of my butt. But if that's the case, should you not be able to sue a newscaster for being incorrect or saying incorrect information? Is that not the same thing? Because he thought that it was some sort of weird play. Like it was, I forgot what the term is, but that's what got him sued essentially for $1 billion. Oh, God, they're never going to see that money. But I would think that that would start a precedent of, okay, now I could sue Fox or CNN for saying some shit that was factually incorrect. And I could say that it affected my family in whatever way because of their incorrect statement to potentially millions of people. So I don't know. And his thing too was his audience that apparently interacted with the families. Obviously, he's not directing that. So there's a lot of bits. So I don't know. I don't know what the bit was with the suit, but it's odd. There's a lot of extreme comments Alex Jones makes, but he did call the Epstein thing false flag. There you go, Magic Buzz. Of course. You're out here dropping them. The false flag. He called it a false flag, which I think was the dumbest thing he could have done. But I got to tell you, I watch a compilation of Alex Jones every once in a while when I'm down, and it makes me happy. So it makes me happy to watch him. I'm part of the establishment. No, I'm getting the connection. I'm going to vote for Hillary Clinton. It's almost hack to do an Alex Jones imitation. Vivek opposes citizenship by birth, even though his parents were not U.S. citizens when he was born. That is a weird thing, but I think that you should at least be a citizen. I don't know the birthright thing to be a president, but definitely a citizen. I don't know if, you know what? Nah, fuck it. I'm going to take it back. I think you should be born here. I know. But if you're born here, you're likely to have more American values than somebody who came. And yes, I know. You could argue with that, and I'm sure you'll probably convince me otherwise. But at least on a, like, just riffing, I would say I think being born here would somewhat be a better quality to have. I'm not saying that immigrants are impossible of, assimilation and being president, but I'm just thinking being born here is something that would at least make somewhat sense to me as to look for in a president. Let's see. He got sued because the fans harassed the families. Imagine losing a kid. Yeah, that's the problem, right? Hunger and hungover. That's the issue. And I guess they sued him because he's the one that technically incited that. Or you could argue that he incited that by saying that it was a false flag. But that could be said of anything. That could be said of any salon that comes out with articles every other fucking week about dumb shit that are specifically targeting individuals. As a matter of fact, I've been mentioning Wrangler Star. Wrangler Star just had a piece on him by Rolling Stone that was calling him this far-right nutwing. The guy's from Portland. He's very liberal. He has a lot of traditional values. If you're not familiar, Wrangler Star is a YouTuber that he does like forced service stuff, and he's gone a little bit crazy as of late in a good way, talking about the troubles that are coming and all this stuff. But Rolling Stone made an article on him that was very inflammatory, very untrue, and would have people potentially attacking him, his family, his loved ones, and his friends and his circle. So would he not be able to sue Rolling Stone? Because he's gotten hate mail, he's gotten people talking about him. So I don't know. I'm just thinking that it would be the same exact thing as the Alex Jones case for whatever. That's just what I would think if you set the precedent. Now, I'm not saying that what Alex Jones did was right. That's a terrible thing, and especially making a claim like that just impulsively without having all the facts. But $1 billion is crazy. And I just think that starts a weird precedent. Nicholas says, if you're going to be a part of Team America, you should root for it. If you're going to lead a team, then you should. Okay, that's what I guess you mean there. Absolutely, one should be born here without question. Yeah, no, I guess we have people that agree. Some people disagree with that notion, saying other people could come in and still have American values. But that's what I was saying earlier. If I was president, your boy would be out here, hey, this is what we're focusing on right here. Oh, what's going on over there? Oh, it's not here, is it? It's not here, is it? Well, then guess what? La, 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 la. That's what I'll be doing, which would be pissing off some people, but Heat Shield said that his piece was awful. Rolling Stone journalists are shitbags for what they did to Wrangler Star. Another one, Dave Portnoy, is one. I think Washington Post did a hit piece on him. He's another character that could be very, I don't want to say inflammatory. That's not the correct word, but he could certainly rile up people. Right. But again, a hit piece on a guy that's helped out a small business, having funds, actually doing what fucking BLM should have been doing, which is helping small business after something like a pandemic, helping business owners get back on their feet. And you're going to make a hit piece on that guy. Yeah, because he said gay a couple times. Whoa. You really have the finger on the pulse there. Idiots. But the one at Wrangler Star, I think that if they've sued someone like Alex Jones for what he said, then you should definitely have the same sort of thing for someone like Rolling Stone or Washington Post that have all these very targeted things at specific people. It's not even at fucking it's not even at groups, it's at specific individuals. Fuck. So did you see an influx of immigration in America? Every time I see American news, they show Texas and New York just flooded with immigrants. Yeah, I have noticed that in places like Texas, Cali, and New York, more so than anywhere. Here, I don't know if I've noticed specifically in Miami. We're a city of immigrants. Everyone here, you can't, if you don't speak Spanish, you can't do anything. You can't order anything. You can't interact. You can't pay your fucking bills if you call. I'm calling the hospital. Hey, I'd like to see if I could. And then, hello? No, es que, okay, let me get you onto someone here in a minute. And then, hi, hello? I'm like, okay, all right. I guess if I would have started speaking like, hola, ¿cómo estás? Estoy buscando para... Then they would have been more inclined to help. So we're, at least South Florida is very immigrant heavy. We're starting to have an influx of fucking a bunch of just shit New Yorkers that are treating this like New York, which is annoying because in that you raise rent because you're coming in from New York. You have, I'm not going to get into the whole tirade, but keep New York in New York. Let South Florida be South Florida. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, that's a bit there. Piggy for president. Sup, Piggo, Pigro, says Manel. really really bordering on the fringe there, Manel. But it's shitty, and I don't know. It's just at the end, I would say that if that's a precedent that you're setting where you could sue a news publication, then you could definitely you should. Are you speaking Arabic as well? I don't speak Arabic. I don't know anything of Arabic, which is a good thing because that saves me in a lot of time in boarding airplanes. Although every time I fly, I get the special line. Every time. So I know that I'm one that doesn't like to say that we have a problem with racism like other people would. But when it comes to that, that's the only time I kind of experience it, when I'm flying. And the TSA goes, oh, could you stand right here? And I go, all right, yeah, let me stand next to the fucking, the Pakistani guy. Let me stand next to the fucking, the Sikh guy. Oh, Danielle Link, showing her basedness, says, fuck snowbirds. They're ruining everything. And I think I know what you mean by snowbirds, even though I've never heard that. I could use context clues. I passed my SAT. I don't remember what I got, but it was pretty eights, I gotta say. I hate math, so that's what got me there. So that's the end of the stream. That's the end of it. I think we had a good political discourse here at the end. Steve Brooksy says America is the least racist country. Yeah, I could say that with 100% certainty, especially in a Latin-forward community like Miami. The amount of, I would say, Latinos that don't like the blacks are pretty common here. So I don't understand. And they're not Americans. They're coming in. They're immigrants. And it's very, very normalized among Latin culture. So kind of a weird thing. You should watch the TSA scenes from Harold and Kumar. Let me tell you, TSA, that's Piggy for president. I'd come in, all right. Old people dead. Apart from you, Ben Shapiro in the chat, TSA abolished. TSA gone. We don't need TSA. We don't need it. Have some people in the airplane. Have some hidden marshals in there. We're good. We don't need the TSA. The TSA doesn't prevent anything. It doesn't even act as a deterrent. My goodness. You think if somebody wanted to do something, they would. They would, and they probably could. The TSA doesn't do shit, and they're always rude. And don't even get me fucking started on the ones in other countries like England. Fuck. I still remember that retarded idiot. I'm getting upset. I should relax. I'm from Florida too. We're in Florida. I assume not South Florida. But the TSA guy, there are two different rules per line. All right, I'm listening to one guy and I go, okay, all right. The guy says I don't have to take my laptop out. I'm not going to take my laptop out because that's what I heard. Then I get to that guy and he goes, oh, were you not paying attention? Were you not listening to when we said you should take your laptop out and separate your liquids? I separated my liquids, buddy. I didn't take my laptop out and you're bitching at me because I was hearing the other guy, all right, the other TSA guy that was screaming unnecessarily. And he goes, oh, you would think people would pay attention. And I go, listen, buddy, 10 minutes to catch my plane. If I don't catch my plane because of you, I don't care what your wife is doing. I didn't say that, but I did say this part where I said, I don't care what your wife is doing at home, that you're upset here in a stupid job, but don't take it out on me. All right? I listened to that guy over there, and I paid attention to his rules. I'm sorry I decided to go on this line. I didn't know that there were different rules per line. Fuck. And he goes, sir, you're getting upset. And if you're getting upset, we're going to have to hold you here. And I go, at this point, I don't care. At this point, I don't care. I'm trying to catch my flight, and you're delaying that because you're upset. Don't take it out on me. And then I fucking got on that plane. And I barely made the plane because of that fuckface. Stupid idiot. Ugh. I would say some other things, but then people would call me racist. So, all right. That's the stream. Thank you for getting me upset at the tail end of this. I appreciate it. But that's the stream. I'll probably be back in the weekend. Maybe Sunday I'll have another little bit of a stream. A more magic-centered stream, if that's what you like. And until then, some bits here, I guess, advice at the end of the video based on the topics of the show. Don't be a Karen. Don't be an adult Disney. You can have things that you like, right? You could like Disney. You could like Disney movies. You could like whatever the fuck you want. You could like Marvel. But there's a limit. There's a limit. There's a threshold, right? Care about your health. Care about your wealth. Care about your loved ones, your family. Then care about, the consuming aspect. Because we're all consumers, technically, at the end of the day. We all consume things that we really shouldn't. We all get things that aren't really going to help us out. We're consumers by design. But don't overconsume. I think that's the point. Consume the minimum that you have to. And if you're there getting a Marvel, well, I have Captain America here. All right, shut up, all right? This tattoo's different. So, that's the bit. Nancy Pelosi's partaking in a lot of insider trading. And I'm glad they are now trying to enact laws to prevent politicians. A little too late for that. A little too late for doing any sort of laws that prevent politicians from being involved in any sort of trading whatsoever. But hey there, I'm an all-star. Get your game on. Go play. What did I end this with last time? I know I ended with one of these. I know.
Big fucking tits!